Hey guys, happy Fun Friday. I caught that stuff back from Jack, so bear with my voice. I just can't seem to get rid of it. Alright, so for Fun Friday today, we're going to make lemon brownies. And we're going to do it easy with a cake mix. So let's get this started and let's do some fun stuff. So I'm going to do 2 of them. I have my pans over here oiled, and then I've got some of the parchment paper in there. So I'm going to double this up. And of course, tonight's the night that Christopher picks up food. So we're going to use 2 lemon cake mixes. I'm going to finish that fun list off today, so that should be a lot of fun. I haven't read it, so I'm looking forward to it just like you guys. And we're going to use 4 eggs since I'm doubling. And they came and fixed my stove today. They said it was the igniter. And it heated right up to 350 like quick. So, hopefully, my oven is now fixed. Put that over here. And we need 2/3 of a cup of oil. I wasn't sure what to make, and then I seen this pop up, and Tom goes, that does look really good. We both like lemon, so. Alright, so now we're going to use some zest. It doesn't say how much, it just says lemon zest or extract. And I don't have extract, so we'll be doing zest. I don't want to use up too much because it also asks for lemon juice for the topping. I think that should be enough, hopefully. Alright, now we're going to get that all mixed together. Break up our little bad eggs in there. I'm surprised by all the stuff that you can actually make from a cake mix. But from what I see, there's all kinds of stuff. Not just cookies, but brownies and cake and all kinds of stuff. Alright, so I finished getting it mixed up. Let's bring our pans over here. I had to borrow an 8x8 pan from Jack, because I only have one. But I do have a second one. It's just in Tom's truck. I got one that's blue. And I got it from Little Dusty's, but he's terrible about bringing stuff back in. He really is. Now I'm going to spray the inside of it. So don't we get anything sticking to it. And then we're going to scoop that in there. I hope these turn out really, really good. This smells so lemony with that zest in there. It's crazy how good it smells. I know what I was going to make for dinner tonight. I'm not making it because I got to thinking my son is not a tomato fan. And it has stewed tomatoes in it, which is even worse because it's bigger pieces. So we're going to make something different tonight. It's still going to be along the lines of the potluck. And then I'm going to add an extra thing too, so that'll be good. We can push that down a little bit without continuing to stick. And these are supposed to cook for 20 to 25 minutes. And it says as soon as it starts to crack on top, that it's very, very close to being done. So let's get that first one put in there. Oh, I can feel the heat radiating. Because what it's been doing lately, it'll get up to like 350 and then drop right back down to 250. And remember how I told you I was having trouble with it, like getting to temp, I'd have to turn it off, turn it on. So I'm glad they had parts for it today, that they could fix it for me today. That's great. I didn't put as much in this one, must be. That's okay. Nobody needs a lot of sweets anyway. Alright. So we're going to get that second one put in there now too. Alrighty. Now I'm excited. Alright, let's get to this paper. Right here. Excuse me, sorry. So the rest of those 45 delicious cooking facts that you'll love. The largest item I've even ever found on a menu is a stuffed camel. A whole camel with a couple of lambs, 20 whole chickens, and 60 eggs, just to name a few of the ingredients. A stuffed camel? A stuffed camel? Ugh, let me show you the picture of it. Gross. In a pre-revolutionary France, bread was associated with the national identity, and baking bread was considered a public service to keep the people from rioting. Therefore, the police controlled all aspects of bread making. Alrighty then. Researchers have found that food TV has inspired viewers to want to eat more, but not to cook more. Food TV may actually discourage people from cooking because it raises expectations so high. I could see that. You know, that's one reason I always say, well, not just that because I'm a lazy cook, but, you know, the more ingredients, like I've talked about the old Betty Crocker books and stuff, the more ingredients that you add, it just makes it so much less fun to cook. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to throw half my kitchen in something, and I certainly, you know, like the housewives back in the day that they could spend all day if they needed to out in the kitchen. I just don't have time to do that. So I could see where it would be discouraging. French cuisine or fine dining emerged from the French Revolution. After the conflict, chefs who had worked for nobility lost their jobs, so they opened up their own restaurants for the masses. Consumers in America spend more money on food in restaurants than they do on food that they cook at home. You know, I think that's probably true, but I think with the economy, that's going to change. A lot more cooking is going to be done at home. All right. Written cookbooks, authors, and teacher James Beard is considered the father of American cuisine. He championed distinctly American food in the time when most chefs still followed the example of the French. I'm glad he did that. I'm glad he did that. A chef's hat is officially called a toque, which is Arabic for hat. After the Greeks invented from loaded bread ovens, the art of bread making advanced significantly. They were able to bake a wide variety of doughs and loaf shapes, which eventually led to baking as a trade and an economic powerhouse. I can see that one too. In ancient Greece, the word for cook, butcher, and priest was all the same. Magarios, which shares its etymological root in the word magic. Alrighty. In American households, the amount of time spent cooking has fallen by half since mid-60s. Americans spend less time cooking than people did in any other nation. Like I was just saying, we just don't have time. Americans spend more time watching other people on television cook than they do cooking for themselves. I can see that one too, because I do like to watch cooking channels. Scientists note that because cooking led to more energy-dense and easy-to-digest diet, it allowed human beings to grow bigger and our guts to shrink. Cooking also allowed humans more time for education and culture rather than foraging and digesting food. I know if I could get my breathing and my pain under control, I would love to forage. I think it's pretty cool, and I would love to get back out in the woods. Salted and unsalted are not the same. Salted butter is less susceptible to bacteria. I didn't know that. So it can be left out of the fridge longer. However, unsalted butter should be kept refrigerated at all times. Generally because butter is so fatty, it doesn't expire as quickly as other dairy products such as milk. I didn't know that. I always use salted. Must be my brain knew something that I didn't. Today, Americans spend 27 minutes a day on cooking preparation and 4 minutes in cleaning up. I don't believe that. It takes me longer than 4 minutes. That's less than half the time spent cooking and cleaning in the 1965. The fear of cooking is recognized phobia and is called Mageirocope phobia. Fear of cooking. Okay. Celebrity chef Gordon Ramsay lost an onion cutting competition to a prison cook. Ramsay offered that same inmate a job at one of his restaurants when he was released. Can you imagine beating out Gordon Ramsay? That'd be like, whoa. Typically, vegetables that grow underground, beets, carrots, potatoes, should begin cooking in cold water. I didn't know that either. Vegetables that grow above ground, corn, peas, greens, should start the cooking process in boiling water. I didn't know that. I always put my potatoes in cold water. Learn something new every day. The difference between herbs and spices is that herbs comes from the leaf of a plant, spices come from other parts of the plant, such as roots, seed, and bark. Women devote double the amount of time to food and drink preparation than their male counterparts. No. Really? Fannie Merritt Farmer was the first person to publish a cookbook titled Farmer's Boston Cook School Cookbook. There, we finished all 45. You guys will have to let me know if you like when I do those. I think they're fun. I don't read them in advance, so I have no clue what they're going to say. So I'm going to let this cook, and then we're actually going to make a topping for it too. So I'll be back. All right, now we're back. So everything's about 90% cooled down. I mean, I can pick it up, no problem. So now we're going to make a topping for it, a glaze. So we're going to use 2 cups of the powdered sugar. Because remember, we're doubling this. Be nice if you could see that, not just my face, huh? I got 4 tablespoons of the lemon juice. But if we need to use more, I have, canned lemon juice that we can use. All right. So we're going to start out just by using about half of it. Because we never want it too thin. All right, let's put the rest of it in there. And see if we have enough for that. We just might. I think I want to add just a little bit more. Hold on. All right, so let's add just a little bit more here. We don't want it super thin, but we don't want it clumpy either. beautiful. But I do want just a little bit more because I'd like to be able to pour it. And however thick you want it, that's up to you guys. You know, if you want it super thick, so it's like a frosting, you can do that. Alrighty. And then I didn't need to use that. So put that away. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to take it out. Just like that. And I'm going to drizzle about half of that over it. So we can literally frost it almost like a cake. So if you come to the edges and it goes over the side, that's fine. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? All right, let me get a knife here. Because, you know, we got to try a little bit of, you know, make sure that everything's tasty just fine. Can't send it home to them, not have it be good. I always tease them it's a mouse. Alrighty. You guys. That is a definite must try. Oh my goodness. Let me try just that frosting. Oh. Perfect lemon taste, everything. So on his, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put his on a pizza plate. And then he can carry it home like that and cut it up in how big of ever chunks he wants. Mine, I'll frost it and put it on a plate so that we can use it up. So, I'm sorry it wasn't overly fun today, but I'm really not feeling that great. And Jack said again today, I'm sorry. I'm like, it's all good. I'm just tired of getting sick. That's all. I'm, you know, never been a sickly person, and it's just been crazy. But thank you for being here for our fun Friday. I hope you like those little facts. Those are cool. And I will see you back at supper. You guys have a blessed day.